it's Auntie Julie, and today I'm going to read you I Am We, a Book of Community by Susan Verde. Hope you are sitting or laying down comfortably as we begin. I know it is important to take care of me, to focus on my own breath, my own needs, to be kind to my mind. Sometimes I wonder, is that selfish? How does caring for myself help anyone else? But then I realize that the better I feel inside, the more I can be there for others. My friends, my family, my community, because I do not exist alone. I am part of something bigger than myself. And when each of us take the goodness and self-compassion inside and turn it outward, that is how we make progress and change, how we build, create, learn, and show love. How we care for each other affects the world. I am more than me. I am we. When there are challenges and struggles, I can check on you. You can check on me. We can create a safety net so no one falls. When there is hurtfulness and inequity, we can stand up for each other. We can sit, gather, march, sing, vote, stronger in numbers, louder in voices as we call for justice. When there are differences in thoughts and opinions, we can have a conversation, listening, disagreeing, and agreeing with gentleness, finding the right solution for all of us. And when there is shyness and a feeling of not belonging, we can be the welcoming committee, interested and thoughtful, making sure there is a place for everyone. And when there are problems to be solved with creativity, I can share my talent and you can share yours. We can combine our skills and ideas to dream up something spectacular. When there are good times, successes, and joy, we can celebrate. Show our excitement and pride and encourage each other to keep on rising. Connection is how I grow. Connection is how we grow. Connected is what we are, part of the worldwide community. Diverse and magnificent, kind and accepting, supportive and present, all of us important, none of us alone. I am not just me, I am we. And if we put our heads and our hearts together, if we keep on caring for ourselves and each other, everything is possible. And now I'll share with you the author's note. Taking care of our own mental, physical, and spiritual needs is important and necessary to our well-being. But Our connections with others are equally as important and necessary. Connection is how we bring our different strengths and interests together to learn, invent, create, solve problems, and make change. Connection is how we build trust, how we feel safe, supported, and seen, how we cultivate empathy and learn to care for each other. Connection is how we foster community, and community is how we thrive. On those days when we are feeling down and forgetting our worth, our community is there to lift us up, and we can do the same for others. We are part of something bigger than ourselves. I Am We, a book of community, is meant to inspire reflection, exploration, and conversation about what community means to you. What does your community feel like in your heart? What does it look like in your classroom, family, neighborhood, or even on a global scale? Are you part of a creative community, a scientific community, a community of cat lovers like me? What role do you play? Do you know you can be involved in many different communities at the same time? So many surprises and amazing things can happen when we come together. There are any number of meaningful activities that can foster community and connection, collaborative art projects, group walks through your neighborhood, and so much more. I offer the following exercise as a fun way to begin getting into the mindset of sharing experiences and preparing for whatever calibrations lie ahead, or even as a great way to wrap up an activity. Circling back to the first book in the I Am series, I Am Yoga, the word yoga means yoking or union. It is the bringing together of breath and movement of mind, body, and spirit, of our bodies and the earth. This is why group and partner poses serve as a wonderful foundation for building community when we practice together. We can literally lean on each other for support, and we can work on communicating effectively and with kindness, and we can have fun together. There is no better or worse in group yoga. Everyone is welcome. The only requirement is an open, curious mind. My favorite pose is the tree pose, but doing this pose in a group or with a partner is even more fun. Together, you can create a magnificent forest of trees, and like the actual forest, every tree will be different and wonderful, as every body is different and wonderful. To do this pose, have your group or partner stand side by side, holding hands either in a circle or a straight line, depending on how many of you there are and what works best in your space. It does not matter who is next to whom, as long as hands can touch. If someone is unable to stand, they can sit in a chair and still be a tree in the forest. If there is a significant height difference, rest a hand softly on an arm or shoulder. Make sure you are not squished together, as you each need room to grow. Next, bend your elbow and find a comfortable height so you can place your palms against your neighbors. Practice gentle pushing into each other's palms. Now put your weight into your left foot and lift your right foot up. Bend your right knee and place your foot on your left ankle or above your left knee. Use the pressure of your palms to help each other balance and lift your right foot even higher. Now try taking 3 slow, deep breaths together. Remember, trees are alive and they help us breathe. Notice how you feel in your mind and body, balancing and breathing together. Maybe separate your palms for a moment and notice that the difference between having support and not. Perhaps try closing your eyes and seeing how that changes your balance. There is strength and beauty in your forest of trees. When the activity comes to a natural end, or if your trees begin to topple, do it again on the other side. Notice if anything changes. Be playful. Maybe try back-to-back tree poses, or try balancing on a different foot than your neighbor. Experiment. I like to follow the activity with a drawing and/or writing exercise. Reflect on the experience of doing a challenge balancing pose while having others to lean on. Was it helpful? What other challenges might be easier with support? With the prompt "Together we can," create a mantra or a list of words describing what we can do with each other's support. For example, together we can grow, balance, play, imagine, learn, etc. Perhaps decorating and hanging that list somewhere everyone can see it so you can remember. You are not alone. You have each other, your community. And that is the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed it.